The only purpose of this video is explaining all of the pros and cons that come with summoning for the upcoming Dual Dokkan Festival Golden Week banners, where we have the exchange Goku into Gohan, and of course the Dokkan Festival cell. I'm not telling you to summon, I am not telling you to skip, that's for you to decide, but we have a lot of information, very important information to discuss here in this video that can possibly help you decide to skip or possibly help you decide to summon. So of course I need to catch at least 3 people lacking with today's very quick subscriber challenge before we hop into this video, and I need you to be very honest with me. Please log into Dokkan very quick and take a look at how many boosts you currently have. I have 1 boost, so if you have 2 or 3, it means you have not been grinding too much recently and you got caught lacking. It is what it is, and you have to subscribe to the channel. But if you have 1 or less, I congratulate you for grinding recently, and you can skip today's subscriber challenge. I will catch you lacking in the next one. Stay tuned for that, and let's hop straight into today's video, starting off with the pros. We might as well start off with some positivity, if you will. So I do think there's actually a good amount of pros here, and again, I'm not focusing on anything negative, just pure positivity for the first half of this video. So when it comes to this Goku Gohan unit is actually really powerful. I love the fact their links, I think, are incredible. Not too crazy, but I think Goku's links are really good, and the links stay unchanged, which is a massive W. When units have changing links, that can change, you know, or make team building a little bit weird, but the fact that this unit does not change links, I think, is a massive W. Now, they also have All in the Family, which is a really powerful defensive link, which will definitely come in handy for the Goku version of this, card, because Goku isn't the most defensive unit of all time. He's definitely strong defensively once he's fully built up, but I think he could definitely utilize the All in the Family link, so definitely a W there. If you're someone who runs, I think my voice just cracked, by the way, but if you're someone who runs, you know, Bottom Master and Disciple, Android / Cell Saga, Heavenly Events, Accelerated Battle, and Trusted Will, Full Power, I think this Goku and Gohan unit is for you. These are buffs to categories. We don't really see buffs I mean, Accelerated Battle, Bond of Friendship, I think that's definitely, you know, a lot of Gokus and stuff. But in Trusted Will, Full Power, Heavenly Events, if you like running those categories, I do think this Goku / Gohan unit is definitely for you. We don't see buffs for those categories too often. And of course, the Gohan version of this unit seems a little bit too OP for my eyes, at least defensively. I want to see, you know, the showcases for this unit, but this Goku / Gohan unit seems super strong. And then of course for the Cell, I love his design. I like the fact that the first 2 forms are catered towards SBR or maybe even extreme SBR. If you need help beating any of, you know, any potential SBR or ESBR stages around these categories, I do think the Cell is definitely for you. But in long events where you're facing most likely 1 enemy, this guy ends up being catered towards 1 enemy. So like the design here, I think, is really cool. I really need to see what he does in the showcase first, but I do like the fact that he's strong in SBR and ESBR and in long forms of content. So I do think if you're someone who runs both, this guy is definitely for you. In terms of this banner unit right here, I do like the fact that even though they are extreme, they can still support any super class or extreme class ally on the team. So the versatility with this unit, I do think, is a W. And then when it comes to Cold Judgment, it's a very powerful defensive link, so getting that off with this unit is definitely going to be a massive W. And then when it comes to the Super Saiyan Vegeta, I believe this guy shares every single link with the STR Super Vegeta. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that. So I do think that is definitely a W if you need a linking partner for that Super Vegeta. And this guy's name is Super Saiyan Vegeta, so they will definitely link up together. Another W I really want to mention is the fact that if you're running any of these units currently, like if you find yourself using a lot of these units, or maybe you like a lot of these units here, I think that is a W for you, because now all of these units will have a 200% lead under the Goku / Gohan leader skill. And if you're someone who runs a lot of these units here, let's say the tech androids, the support androids, LR Cell, any of these Cell units, any of these android units, LR Super 17, any of these guys, if you run these guys a lot, I do think, again, it's a massive W if you decide to summon actually pull this unit, because now all of these units will be getting buffed with the Cell portion of the leader skill, the 200% buff, whether you're global or JP. So I do think that's definitely worth stating in terms of a W. Another thing I really want to mention is the possible banner, you know, what the banner could possibly look like. You know, it's going to be a W for some players, maybe an L for other players, depending on how it ends up being. But because it could be a W, I definitely want to discuss it before we go into the negative side of things. So we know that the first banner is going to be the exchange unit, and then the Super Vegeta or Super Saiyan Vegeta. Because the 5-year and 4-year LRs are here, I definitely could expect the 6-year and 5-year LRs this year. But you know, we could also see LR AGL Gohan on this banner maybe. Keep in mind that for the extreme side, we do have the Cell and then the new Android 18 and 16. Again, since last year we had the 5 and 4 years, we could see the 6 and 5 years this year on the banner. And I want you to also keep in mind that we could see the return of a lot of powerful Dokkan Fest. Cell could come back. This, you know, dude, Trunks for JP, I think, could definitely return. Maybe the tech androids could definitely return at maybe not for both versions, but at least for JP. I think Super Vegeta could come back for both versions of the game as well. So just keep that in mind. I do also know that for JP specifically, last year they did have the, you know, Christmas time Dokkan Fest of Janemba and Pikkon. So I think it's fair to assume that since, you know, Goku and Boo, right, the STR Kid Boo and Physical Goku were the Christmas time units this year or last year, JP could receive them on the banner. So we could see like 6-year LRs, 5-year LRs for JP, then STR Kid Boo and Physical Goku, the new units. This could end up looking like a really, really powerful banner, especially if you're on JP Dokkan. For Global, I don't really know what it's going to look like just yet, but we will have to wait and see. So I think all of those pretty much cover up pretty nicely, I would say, most of the W's when it comes to you know, these units. Keep in mind that I think both of these guys will perform very, very well in Red Zone. Granted, I'm a global player. I've never played Red Zone myself, so I could be underrating or maybe even overrating it just a little bit. But just, dude, from the very, like you, if you're reading this, you know what I'm talking about. And same thing when it comes to Cell. So let me know what you guys think about that. Those are the positives I want to get out the way. Now let's get into the negatives of, you know, I think everything that comes with summoning and using your stones for this Goku and Cell. So, I mean, first things first, keep in mind that whether it's many people will pull these units in 1 multi, 2 multis, 3 multis. Keep in mind that not everyone is built like that, and unfortunately many people will get shafted, just the way it always goes. I don't wish the shaft upon anyone, but you could be that person that goes 1200 stones without a single copy of these units, which means you have less stones for the anniversary, which easily, by the way, will definitely have a greater value than anything you know, these banners could offer you. Even if these banners are broken, it doesn't matter. The anniversary banners, as one, I guess, negative or con, is that the anniversary banners are going to be a lot better. So if you're someone who cares about value, not about the units, if you care about just about straight up value, anniversary is a lot better. So spending your stones on this isn't going to be the smartest thing for you. Okay. I also want to mention, keep in mind that, I mean, if you like Gohan from this arc way more than this 7-year, you know, LRs, then it doesn't make sense to skip Gohan. Summon for Gohan. If you really, if Cell is your favorite villain of all time, don't, like, summon. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you don't care about these guys, you care about Cell more, then just summon on Cell, have fun with the unit that you want. Just keep that in mind. I mean, you play Dokkan according to your own rules, but that's one thing I want to mention. Second thing is that it's going to take a while for you to get this Gohan out. Keep in mind that this Gohan is STR, so he doesn't have any built-in additionals for his kit. Because that's a thing, you need at least 1 dupe to actually, or maybe get lucky with skill orbs or something, but you need 1 dupe at least in this unit to at least give him some additionals, because if not, you're going to see this transformation or this active skill switch or exchange 7-8 turns into a fight, which of course is really, really bad. Sometimes even longer if you get this unit in the 3rd slot, which is definitely very annoying. So keep that in mind. It's going to take a while to see this Gohan come out. I would say soonest you see him coming out is the 7th turn. If he comes out first and he super attacks 1st, 3rd, 5th, you see him in the 7th turn of battle. So SBR and ESBR, that's definitely no good. So I do think that is definitely an L when it comes to this unit, but it's still very, very powerful regardless. And then when it comes to Cell, I do think, even though his design is really, really, really good, the constant changing of links for this guy, I think, could pose a problem. However, you could also mitigate that problem, you know, if you just build a team focused around maybe the second or maybe perfect form Cell. So if you bring a unit that you know is going to link perfect with this guy once his links change, then you can just bring him, wait for this cell to transform, and then boom, you're going to be good to go. But the links regardless are going to be a little bit annoying. At least he retains big bat bosses throughout though. So, you know, I will say that. When it comes to this unit is just like, it's cool that they support, but no key. Medium chance to guard, what is that? Medium chance super effective against all types, like what is that? Like, it's cool that they have it, but this should have been guaranteed super. This being super effective against all types would not have broken the game. This being guaranteed guard would have not broken the game, and this being having 2 key at least would have not broken the game. So I don't know why they didn't do that. And then for the Super Vegeta, he's cool. You know, I would have loved to see this guy being like a Mastered Evolution 3 key 40% support. Imagine running this guy alongside SC or Super Vegeta, where this guy is giving him 3 key and 40% and sharing every single link. That would have been amazing. So this guy is cool and all, but it's like, without that support, it's like you're finding it's hard to really justify running this guy unless you don't really have many other units. So like, these 2 units are cool. These guys are still very, very strong, but they definitely have slight weaknesses in their kit. Another, you know, con I really want to mention is that even though these units are getting a 200% buff, it is a very limited roster of units. So if, be honest with yourself, if you're not running these units constantly, I mean, like, are you really gonna benefit from their leader skill? They are 200% leaders, but if you're not, be honest with yourself, if you're not running these units constantly, is it really worth summoning? And same thing for the cell side of things. If you're not running androids, if you don't like to run androids, if you don't really, you know, want to run you know, power absorption or anything like that, then is it really worth summoning for? I need you, like, you have to be honest with yourself when it comes to things like that. You just can't BS yourself, because at the end of the day, you're gonna pull these units maybe, and then you're gonna be upset because you're not really using these guys, or you have no stones for something that you really want. Maybe it's Captain, like, Dokkan Fest Ginyu, or even the anniversary banner. So keep that in mind. Another thing I really want to mention is, again, the banners. I think I already I mentioned this before, right? Banners are not going to be anywhere near the value of the anniversary. I do want to mention though, as a pro, that I forgot, that I do believe the Golden Week banners should have discounts, because last year they did. I don't think, however, that they're going to have tickets the same way the anniversary does. So still, during the anniversary, you're going to have more value per multi that you do, because again, anniversary, we know we're going to get tickets, but for Golden Week, I can't confirm whether we'll have tickets per multi. You know how we get 3 tickets per multi. Global could get like a tickets in the Pilaf trope, but it's not really the same thing. So let me know what you think about that. I do think that covers pretty much the majority of the pros and cons. If I miss anything, let me know in the comment section below. But personally, how do you feel? Again, if you care about Cell Saga more than anything, these units are definitely for you. All right, I'm not telling you to skip, I'm not telling you to summon, but I do think if you care about Cell Saga a lot, these units are for you. Summoning, I think, could definitely be worth it. But if you're someone who does not care about Cell Saga that much, and you're not really running, you know, these units like that, I mean, dude, the anniversary and their leader skills themselves cover way more of the game than these leader skills combined. So it's like you're gonna get more value out of the anniversary, possibly even more. I mean, I wouldn't say more value from Captain, like, Dokkan Fest Ginyu's leaders 200% leader skill, even though his leader skill is pretty solid. But just comparing it to other things coming in the future, the value is not going to be the same, and that's just the truth, unfortunately. But again, they're still really good. I'm not knocking them for that. It's just you need to be. It's one of those things where you have to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself and trying to BS yourself, you're going to be just mad at the end, and it's really no point of doing that. So be honest with yourself. If you decide to summon, I wish you the best of luck. If you decide to skip, I still, you know, wish the best of luck on whatever you decide to, you know, summon on in the future. Do your best to save your stones if you want, but keep in mind that not everyone is going to get lucky. Keep in mind that, you know, you're not that guy when it comes to singling these units. You could be, but don't count on it. And when you enter the anniversary, or even, again, I keep saying anniversary, but it could, like, if you really want Ginyu, entering the Ginyu celebration with 5 stones, 20 stones, like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be cautious here, you know, tread carefully, use your stones if you want, use your stones, or save your stones if you want. It is completely up to you. I have to keep restating that so people don't think I'm saying summon or skip or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.